All right, man. Yeah, I'm so freaking excited now. We finally got a couple weeks where we don't have to worry about notes, and, this is going to be a fun time. I'm so excited we're finally going to watch documentary. Aren't you so hype? You didn't have to do any notes. We're just going to chill. I've already got popcorn, man. This is going to be awesome. Why are you wearing a beach shirt? What are you holding? Give me this. What the fuck is this? What is... Hold on. Why are we going... hold up. We're going to... I gotta fly? I don't fly. That's not my thing. I don't do... Wait a minute. Schmeefburger in Paradise 2, the Schmeefburgering. Do you at least have what we're listening to? Okay, what's this? I've never heard of this. What's this? I've never heard of that either. That's not reassuring. Okay, just promise me there's no bug fucking this time. No! Good morning, good afternoon,
good evening, and welcome to the Schmeefburger in Paradise Bar and Grill, where one non-Juggalo finally gets to deliver the much-deserved punishment to his Juggalo friend. You're joined by your host, Schmeev, and...
Mike. Was that a Star Wars reference?
It was. Aaron really wanted me to do that. You're welcome, Aaron. That one's just for you. And Eric. Actually, Eric did. Aaron wanted me to do it. Eric brought it up.
There we go.
Anyway, yeah, it's fucking April, y'all. And you know what that means?
No.
It means Mike has to listen to some of my shit.
I forced Shmeev to listen to garbage 11 months out of the year, so he has to reciprocate for 1 month.
Now, you may recall that we did this last year, and I got every week in April. Mike retroactively decided, just cut this out a whole cloth, just decided that was because we didn't do it for 1 year whenever I literally said that I could do it every week, and I just wanted to do that because I was capable of doing it. But since Mike's decided that he was just making up for lost time, you're only getting 2 of these this year. I know, we're all disappointed, but that's just kind of the way life is sometimes. Mike?
But here's the thing. If we did many more albums like this, the albums that take place after or before where we're at and it's out of place, we're inevitably going to have people who are wondering, why did we do this?
In classic Mike fashion.
Why won't we talk about Ala Zulalu right now? Because we're punishing them for being Juggalo associated, when meanwhile we covered the Proto Men from 2009.
So in the spirit of people who can't let things go,
yeah,
Mike, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Poe with their 2000 sophomore release, Haunted.
That's correct. Mike, have you looked into the background of this much?
I did look into a little bit of it, but I was really hoping that you would be the one right up front, since this is your thing. But I did look into this. I'm not completely done with it.
Right. So she released her first album, Hello, in 1995. It saw some success, had some hits on the radio, none of which I heard growing up because I was 5 years old, and it wasn't at the time whenever we hit the alt rock radio 105.9 VX, so that would have missed us quite a bit. This was released on Atlantic. Now, Mike, I told you before this episode that there's going to be a lot of sadness in this episode on various axes. I'm sure you understand a few of them from having listened to the album. So this album was made after the death of Poe's father. She had come across a lot of cassettes and recordings and stuff. He was a filmmaker and a lecturer and all that shit. And so she came across all of these recordings from different lectures and stuff, and also home recordings. and she had started listening to them and like kind of like obsessively to a degree. And so she kind of made this album to work through a lot of the complex feelings that she had towards her father. They had like, it's not really specified, and I don't have much information on it, but it seems like they kind of had a bit of a rocky relationship in a lot of ways, you know, tough times and shit. And this is her working through all of her feelings in the grieving process to be able to put that to rest. In addition, this was made around the same time that her brother, Mark Danielewski, was writing the book House of Leaves. A very strange book. My copy's over there, and I'm considering going to get it just so I can flip through the pages and show you some of it. It is a very weird book in terms, like, it's a whole experience of sorts. It's not a very straightforward thing that you just flip through. It's got strange formatting in it and weird blocks of text strewn about and stuff. It's written as it's like a found footage book, like, so to speak, because you're reading a manuscript that some guy found in his neighbor's apartment. His neighbor died. The guy, he was a blind dude who just lived alone, and he finds this manuscript and he's like, what in the fuck? And so you have this dude's notes like written down as footnotes in it, and alongside other footnotes from the original dude who wrote it, because it's like about a documentary that doesn't exist. Like, it's a very odd thing, but the main theme that it's going for is this filmmaker moves into a house with his family. Like, he decides to stop the main work that he does because it's kind of like putting a strain on his family with all the traveling that he has to do. So they settle down in this house, and as a compromise, he's like documenting them moving into this house. And they start to discover that the house is growing on the inside. Like, they're finding doors appearing and these hallways that didn't exist before, and it's fucking cool. And by cool, I mean spooky. And we'll talk about that throughout it. It's also got a lot to do with, like, by my understanding, because again, I haven't finished this fucking book yet. I started reading it and then I got stuck halfway through it. I stopped, and it's hard to come back to. It's not an easy book to just pick up again and jump into. But it has a lot to do with sort of like the house manifesting the emotional distance between people as physical distance within the house, if you dig what I'm saying.
Okay.
And yeah, so there was a lot of cross-pollination between that book and this album. There's references between the two, as I'm sure you've noticed, because you've probably been clicking through Genius annotations, and anytime there's a vague reference to something in the book, somebody brings it up and doesn't say a goddamn thing about what the line might actually be saying besides it's a reference to a book, which is classic Genius fashion. I'm sorry, Mustard, this one's not your fault. This isn't your area. Also, Genius is a little sketchy on some of the lyrics and stuff, and I was considering actually making an account just to fix it. So that's the album in general. That's that part of it, and that's the sadness in that one. This was released on Atlantic, Mike. I've talked about this album before on this very show.
No.
Usually, this album is my shorthand explanation for exactly how fucked up music industry contracts can get and how much they can fuck up somebody's life. So, shortly after the release of this album, Atlantic sold off a big chunk of contracts, including Pose, whose contract was bought by like some fucking oil baron or something. And for like 10 years, she was completely unable to release music under her name because of that contract that she signed with a record company, and now someone else has it somehow. Like, I'm not familiar with a lot of law stuff, but part of the thing about a contract is that you sign it with a specific person, and you're beholden to that person. And I feel like, in my view, that if you sell off, quote unquote, a contract, that's kind of like a breach of it because you're no longer the person that signed it. Like, you know, somebody else can't suddenly have retroactively be the name on the contract. You can't do that, but you probably can actually. And even if you can't, it's only illegal if the person can take you to court for it and actually, you know, go through the long process of it. In this case, the 10-year process of it. She has since gotten out of that, to my knowledge. I don't think she's actually released anything new, although there was as I understand, a 2019 Record Store Day re-release of this album on vinyl.
Yeah, if I looked at it right, she hasn't released anything, like any new albums.
Right. She used to perform under, she performed under different names and stuff. Yeah,
she had a different alias that she used. But she has contributed to certain soundtracks, actually.
Yes, she has.
I think one of the things that kind of surprised me was she was on, she did some work on the Real Steel soundtrack.
Oh, shit.
Where may not necessarily be in the soundtrack, but she did do some of the, some vocals within some of the original music in there. Yeah, looking into that, I guess because Atlantic had was part of a merger when it was with AOL and Time Warner. They were under heavy scrutiny to have like instant profits, and this album had already been out for at least a few months, I think. I think so. This was released on Halloween in 2000. At least that's what Genius says, and that merger happened in early 2001. So it seemed like Atlantic was under very heavy pressure to just push out like anything that was either already selling or about to sell.
Right.
She already had one single out at the time, which I think was the title. No, I'm sorry. Hey Pretty, was a single, which was gold at the time. And had the label had already pressed up copies of the next single to send out to radio stations, and it never happened.
Yeah, all promotion was pulled and stuff.
Exactly.
That happened. So yeah, she got like severely fucked over by all of that.
Garbage.
So there's the second sadness. Oh, you have anything else?
No. If you're not done with that, then
no, go
please
ahead.
Go ahead.
If it's still on this track, because
it's not. So go ahead.
Okay, Mike. Let me talk about this next sadness here. In recent times, there's been unfortunate things in the world of art and creative industries. And sometimes, I would say, it's best not to look up an artist that you like on social media, because you might find out that they're into crypto and NFT shit.
Oh, no.
That was my sadness that I found very recently. And the thing is in this case, to some degree, okay, so the thing about Poe is that back in the day, she was like on the fucking cutting edge of like using the internet to connect with fans and stuff. Like she was kind of the first person to really do stuff like that, to have like that kind of connection with the people who listen to her music. It was a really just revolutionary thing of the time, and she's always just sort of been that way. So there's that angle. There's also the angle of a person who lost 10 years of their career to, you know, shitty fucking music industry practices. So I understand how a person in that situation could be easily drawn into this kind of like new quote unquote cutting edge thing that is claimed on its face to be about, you know, being able to truly own your stuff or whatever, even though it's not. And, you know, I can understand how that happens, but also, god damn, it really sucks. And that was sad to see somebody just dive into a fucking pump and dump pyramid scheme thing for shitty people. So that sucked.
So when the Juggalo Judgment NFT comes out, just follow my socials, because Shmeev will have no part of it. So just follow me.
That's when you know the show's over. So that's most of the background for that's about the background for it. I don't think there's really much else to talk about unless you had another thing you were going to say something before.
So this doesn't necessarily pertain to the album itself. Now, I've never heard of this album. I never heard this artist before. When were you introduced to this record?
So, this will be a thing I'll bring up on one particular song for this. But I was introduced to this album several years ago. I would put it in in the 20 teens, I'd say. Okay. Like 13 probably. Because my roommate had gotten really into it. For specific reasons that we'll cover, as I recall. And I'd heard, most of it, and then I went and tracked a copy of it down at the Exchange once, the one copy. And also I have her first one that I still haven't really listened to, but I'll get around to that someday. But I really like this one a lot. I dug into this and I had a great fucking time with it. And whenever I was thinking of albums to do for Schmiefberger in Paradise, I was like, I feel like this one may be up Mike's alley. I think he'll fucking dig it, and I hope you do. We'll see about it. I don't have anything else before we get into it. Do you have anything else before we get into it?
I don't. The only other thing that I had seen looking into this was she, at the very least after her album in 1995, seemed to be one of the few female artists who were doing this kind of alternative music who was, like, apparently very well received. Like, she was, like, I can't remember who it was, if it was Rolling Stone or somebody else, like, put her, like, on the same pedestal as, like, Alanis Morissette. Oh, shit. Which is a very big deal.
High praise for that time.
Exactly. So, like I said, I don't know if that was after her first album or prior to this one coming out, whatever it was, but, she was getting some definitely high-end feedback, which is crazy. Like I said, I've never heard of this artist before, and so you telling me, like, I think that you'll be okay with this one. I'm like, you can pick whatever you want, man, like, whatever, so.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, I wanted you to hear this both because I really love this album, but also because I was like, I think this is going to be a good time.
Look at this. Somebody getting screwed over because of a fucking contract.
Yeah. But
God damn it.
I think we're ready to get into this album. But before we do that,
we
got to crack open a motherfucking beach beverage. What do you got, Mike?
I couldn't get to the store. So, what's more beachy than coffee?
Yeah.
I have some Starbucks vanilla latte iced espresso.
Good times. Well, Mike.
I also before you say yours, I've said before that I'm Catholic. I celebrate Lent. And I gave up soda for Lent, but with the caveat that I can have my Faygo when we record. Okay? Mm-hmm. And yet I still didn't get to go and grab a fucking Faygo.
I don't know what the fuck Faygo is. I have here in my hands a nice Dr. Pepper to crack open on the beach today.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Let's crack motherfuckers open.
Let's crack these. I gotta shake it. You gotta shake your coffee well. Let's get a nice pour. Let's get a nice pour here. Ah, yes. Vanilla goodness.
There's a good one.
Beautiful.
All right, let's jump into. We got track 1, Exploration B. We have an intro track.
Yes. We have an intro track that made me think that this was going to be a horrorcore record. I'm not going to lie. It reminded me of Not that I've played it, but I've seen it. Resident Evil 7.
Oh dear.
It reminded me of that Go Tell Aunt Rosie song that plays, where it's very, like, creepy. Right here.
Yeah.
This legitimately, like, freaked me out when I was driving in the car.
Yeah, it's a pretty good tone setter, I think, for the album in general. And it's gonna lead right into the second track, the title track of this album, Haunted.
Come here, pretty please. Can you tell me where I am? You, won't you say something? I need to get my bearings. I'm lost, and the shadows keep on changing. And I'm haunted by the lives that I have loved and actions I have hated. I'm haunted by the lies that wove the web inside my haunted head.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
This is a fucking great opener. I love the fact that I love whenever a title track is good. Like,
You do love to see it.
it sucks whenever you have, like, oh, this is the name of the album. Oh, there's a track for it, and the track sucks. But the main note that I got from this is that this sets a tone that obviously is going through the entire record of the common theme of trying to find closure and move forward.
Yeah.
That's the main tip that I got from it, which, hey, based on how this album came about, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really dig this. I think this song sounds fantastic. She has a wonderful voice.
She does.
So, like, the hook just...
God, I love that hook.
Mwah. So good. I'm sorry if I don't get as in-depth in this, just because, again,
As
I don't
deep
have
as you get into it.
as much context. But yeah, this is fucking great. This is a wonderful song to open
You
with.
have most of the context that I have, which is the album in front of us.
Well, you've been reading a bit of the book at least.
I have a
so.
little bit more, so I can talk about
Yeah, so
things
there you
like
go.
the first track, Exploration B, which is the name of one of the tapes in this documentary thing that the book is written about. If I remember correctly, Exploration B is like not a person involved with like the family in the house. It's like a different person that they hired on to explore one of the strange places that opened up in their house. Like, he goes through this door that appeared in it and gets lost, basically. Like, it's just this fucking maze within this house, and this dude can no longer find where he came from because literally the house is like growing and changing as he's exploring it. So the paths that he took are like different now. And he starts to get like this feeling that something is actually coming after him in the house. And so, yeah,
Spooky.
that's what it's named for. And you have the same kind of feelings being expressed here where, you know, you have this distance between these two people, and you're trying to reconcile all of these difficult feelings and stuff, and not knowing what to do with all of it. And yeah, like, I love the shit out of this song. I'm going to play a part of it because I took a note of where the bridge was because it's so goddamn good. I'm just going to play that for y'all here.
I'll always want you. I'll always need you. I'll always love you. And I will always miss
So yeah, it's kind of like just a encapsulation of trying to, you know, figure all this shit out and stuff, you know, dealing with a person that you obviously like care about, but, you know, still had hard times with getting that through.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it. There's one of the lines that she says near the end is like she says the hallways in this tiny room, like talking about like being near somebody but still feeling like there's so much fucking distance between you and stuff. Like it's a lot of really good evocative language in this. And the final note I have is that this was also used as a credits song for the video game Alan Wake.
I was waiting for that to come up.
Yeah. I was really happy the time that I heard it. I saw that. I was like, oh shit. Hell yeah. Anything else on Haunted?
Nope, not from me.
All right, moving on to track number 3, Control.
Don't you mess with a little girl's dream, 'cause she's liable to grow up mean. Surprise you to find that I'm laughing. You thought that you'd find me in tears. You thought I'd be crawling the walls like a tiny mosquito and trembling in fear. Well, you may be king for the moment, but I am a queen, understand? And I got your pawns and your bishops and castles all inside the palm of my hand. Why you looking the other way? Why you had your eyes closed? Why you were licking your lips? 'Cause I was miserable. Why you were selling your soul? Why you were tearing a hole in me? Now I have taken control. Now I have taken control. Now I have taken control. This is beginning to feel.
Control.
I was just thinking about this while we were listening to that. I want Jess to sing this.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
She's got a good voice for this. In all caps, I wrote, "She's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man." Yeah, that's seriously like that's very overt.
They say
For
living
me.
well is the best revenge, and there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, plain and simple. I will say, and I know that there is an outro, but did this need to be as long as it was?
Yes. Because
They
that drum outro is fucking sick.
So for anybody who isn't looking this up, this song is 6 minutes and 4 seconds. There is an outro, which I believe is this one of the ones that has a recording at the end?
It is, yes.
Okay. So I'll let you go into that.
Yeah, there's a short break where you can hear her father talking about like As he says, this cannot be all there is to life, because in what is it? He says there's something comical to the idea that we can enforce our will on humanity.
I have Genius up here if you'd like me to.
And then you have this sick fucking drum fill, and they just fucking jam out at the end of it, and their drummer's going fucking bonkers. It's so good while he's, while they're doing like little cuts and stuff with his lecture. And there is also a outro thing after that leads into the next song as well. But, we all know Mike's feelings on all that, but it's an outro. It's at the end of it. You can skip, so it's easy.
Wow, bitch.
A demo version of this song was also included on the video game Apocalypse for the PlayStation 1, starring Bruce Willis, which also had Poe in it as a boss.
Yeah, I did notice that. She plays the main character's like ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and also
who is a
Plague.
demon.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
She's one of the horse people of the apocalypse.
Oh. 4 horsemen. Horse
Yeah.
people.
But yeah, I love this track. It's so fucking good. And actually I'm talking a lot about this fucking drum outro, but I love it a lot. It inspired a lot of stuff that I did for the period when I was playing drums in a band. I was like, God, it's so good.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever really discussed that. Like, you've been doing music for a very long time, and it's been said, like, yes, you play guitar. I don't know if we've ever really like discussed the fact that you played drums for quite a number of years.
Well, actually, I played guitar for longer. I've played drums for longer because I've never I've played both of them about equally, although I've been playing guitar more lately.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's something like it's cool to hear you talk about that.
So yeah, anything else on Control?
No, not for me. I like it.
All right, track 4, Terrible Thought.
A terrible thought has moved into my mind, like an unwanted roommate drunk on wine. It feeds on my happiness, won't pay the rent. I must take proper measures to evict it. A terrible thought has moved into my mind, a giant rat that's nibbling on my pride, staring away my patience and my wit. I must take proper measures, set a trap for it. What a terrible thought. I don't care what you've done, I don't care who you've won. I know in the end you had your fun, but you can't have it here, and I won't let you steer. You know I don't want you in my mind. What a terrible thought.
Grooving track.
It really is, though. I really enjoy that first part. I love the idea of bad thoughts being personified.
Yeah.
Just giving them the idea that these thoughts are having these physical embodiments, feeding on happiness and won't pay rent because it's just there.
Yeah.
Like, you have this thought that sucks and you're just focusing on it.
Living rent-free before that became a phrase.
I wonder when that did become a phrase, honestly.
Well, maybe it wasn't before. I mean, it may have been around a while, but it's seen a resurgence lately.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I do want to point out, and this is actually typical with not the entire album, but a lot of the tracks on here. This is the one that I first noticed it, though. But for being released in 2000 on a major label, this sounds like it could have been released by an indie artist today. Like, a lot of the aspects about this don't fit one particular genre, as we'll see on some of these other tracks. There's even like parts of it musically that have like hip hop and funk elements to them, like she's not sticking with within one box.
Not at all.
And that's definitely something that can be very risky, but it sounds very good here.
She has even with having such disparate inspiration and stuff like that, to me, it all still feels very cohesive. Like, I don't feel like any of it doesn't belong together.
Agreed. Yeah. It's not that she so much leans in very heavy onto one side over another. It's just aspects of one thing, like one kind of genre that she I don't want to say interpolates, but just kind of throws in. It's not it doesn't come off as unnatural. Like, it fits perfectly with whatever she's trying to do. And like I said, that's why this feels very indie to me.
She was
at least
very big on self-producing stuff a lot.
Yeah, and that's why it just sounds like something I can't tell you how many times I'll scroll on TikTok and I'll come across somebody who's just making. They did a 1 minute song that they just happened to make, and it sounds like something like this. And it's very cool whenever it's that self-production. You know exactly what you want to put in there, and you're not relying on somebody else to maybe kind of get it for you. But yeah, that's something that I noticed on here and is definitely common on many of the other tracks on this record. Some of these do sound like don't get me wrong, some of these do sound like, yo, this was literally made for radio. 100%. We haven't quite gotten there yet, but yeah, this is just the first one that seems like, you know what, this sounds very unique for the time, but common today.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit in it. It does. She definitely has a whole lot of hip hop inspiration and stuff in the way that the beats and stuff on this and that sweet funk vibe. And damn, there's just a lot of really nice touches that I really like throughout this album, and especially on this song. That fucking guitar line leading into the hook is one of my favorite fucking things that I've ever heard in my life. There's something about it. It just fucking kills me every goddamn time I hear it. It's great, man. It's a very straightforward song in terms of what it's about, and very relatable. As a person who regularly has their stride broken by some shitty thought. Fun times. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Let's move on to track 5, Walk the Walk.
Mother spent 10 years sitting by a window, scared if she spoke she would die of a heart attack. She listened as a dream, silently scream, they drown like little dolphins caught in a fishnet. Dear world, I'm pleased to meet you. Hey everybody, when you walk the walk, you gotta back it all up, can you talk the talk? Hey everybody, when I hear the knock, don't wanna measure out my life to the tick of a clock. Hey everybody, when my daddy died, he had a sad story living in his eyes. Hey everybody, when you walk the walk, you cannot measure out your life to the tick of a clock. I wanna walk to the beat of my own drum. I wanna walk to the beat of my own drum. Walk to the beat of my own drum. I wanna walk to the beat of my own drum. Hey everybody, when you walk the walk, you gotta back it all up. Can you talk the talk? Hey everybody, when I hear the knock, don't wanna measure out my life to the tick of a clock. Hey everybody, I wanna walk to the beat of my own drum. I wanna walk to the beat of my own drum. Walk to the beat of my own drum. I wanna walk to the beat of my own drum. Hey, walk to the beat of my own drum. I wanna live to the beat of my own drum. I wanna laugh to the beat of my own drum. I wanna hate to fight, say please to meet you. Take to the beat of my own drum. I wanna give to the beat of my own drum. Fight, win, lose, live, die, take 5. Pleased to meet you. My dad said
This track, in so many ways is like peak late 90s, early 2000s, from just the general vibe of it to the thing that people have done so much, and I feel like it was especially prevalent then, where you take a very common phrase and then like you flip it in a way. Because, you know, the phrase is that, you know, you can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? It's not the other way around. But people just do that all the goddamn time. That's like a classic songwriting thing. And it's always mildly irked me in this, but not enough to overcome the fact that this song just fucking rocks. I mean,
yeah. Basic gist that I saw was that she's expressing that she can't allow her fear or reluctance to stop her from doing the things she wants to do in her life.
Indeed.
She's explained things that her mother and father didn't do for whatever reason, but because of fear of whether it was risk or taking chances or something, to instead just remain safe. Which is a very, very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Taking a chance that could go poorly. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, what's the worst that can happen if you at least try the thing? There's a lot of things that can actually happen. Like it's not so much necessarily a thing of, oh, the thing failed or the thing was rejected or something like that. There are other consequences that can happen. So
Indeed.
The fear of failing is a valid fear because it can affect many other thing. A lot of times it can be with money.
Indeed.
Sorry, I'm not going to invest all of my life savings in this thing because guess what? If my life savings are then gone, I am fucked. So yes, there is a reason why some people, yes, they have dreams or aspirations, but in their eyes are being realistic and not trying to pursue them.
Right.
However, post saying fuck that, gonna do it because I've seen some of the people that I was closest to or meant most to me suffer because they didn't get to.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
There's a bridge in this where she talks about like feeling like you finally like caught your stride and you understand what you're doing with your life, and then you know it kind of gets flipped and you're just kind of like left wondering what the fuck is going on at that point, and you don't know what the fuck to do anymore, and you're feeling lost, and then suddenly something clicks and you find a purpose to like really dive into them. Like, that's sick. That's good shit.
Oh, is that the Tech 9 section? The chopping section?
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I like this.
And also I noted, does everybody in her family lose 10 years to something? Because she got hit with that too, unfortunately.
Oh no! Well, I'm sure her brother was fine.
Literally right after this album dropped. Yeah, I don't know much about what her brother did.
He made the book.
He did. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anything particular. Right.
I
don't know. Did he have that sitting around for a while because publishers wouldn't take it?
Oh Lord!
Anything else on Walk the Walk?
No. Dig a song. Pretty
All
cool.
right. We're going to go on to track 6, Terrified Heart. This one's another sort of intro track to the next one of a sort. We have another answering machine message of her trying to reach her mother and singing a little song for her. These are really good atmospheric tracks, too.
They kind of freak me out. I won't lie.
They're spooky.
They really are, though, which I assume is the intention.
Mm-hmm.
But man, does it make me a bit uncomfortable. So, congratulations, Poe. You did it.
Yeah. This one leads right into track 7, Wild.
I go wild, 'cause you break me open wild, 'cause you left me here. I go wild, 'cause your promises are broken. Wild because the chips are down. Wild because there isn't anybody else around. Wild when the waves start to break, and God knows they're breaking in me now. I go wild because it doesn't make sense for me to cry out in my own defense. So wild because I will do anything to tear you off your precious fence. So this is what it's like living in limbo. First I'm high, then I'm so low. I go wild, 'cause you break me open wild, 'cause you left me here. I go wild, 'cause your promises are broken wild. When I know you're near, I go wild. I go wild. So what you come for?
I was curious, and I took a note of it for Terrified Heart. I was wondering if these were, like, messages that she actually had on a machine somewhere, or if they were just made for the album, which I'm leaning towards the latter, to be honest. But also sometimes I'm just curious about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is she is she just that kind of weirdo when she leaves answering machine messages for family, or is that just an album thing?
I would hope it's just the album thing.
I would hope so.
So this is the other song that was meant to be the single pushed to radios.
It's a good one.
It is. And I just out of curiosity, the single, like I said, it was pressed, but never got sent out. And I did happen to look on Discogs. There's a radio edit and a radio edit remix for this. It's a two track CD. The last one that sold was on May 25th of last year.
Oh.
And sold for...
Oh, no.
Let's take a look-see. Last sold for $45.99.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. It's sold a couple times, and that's the highest. The lowest was for $37.99.
Not bad at all.
And there are, at the moment, no other copies available for sale. It is on my want list.
So I take it you like this track.
This has more similar themes of trying to break away from control. I believe that's what I got out of it.
There's a very good line in the chorus that I like a lot, which is, "You wrote the rules to try to contain me. You broke them. Now you have untamed me."
Ooh, that's a good line.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
That's a good line. I think of this track is fucking amazing and fantastic. Now, one thing that I will say, the single shows the radio edit as 4 minutes and 16 seconds, and the radio remix, remixed by Shepard and Kenny G. Goya, at 3:40.
Okay.
Listening to the song, it could have ended around probably 4:45.
Yeah.
But we get an entire other section that sounds completely different, which damn near doubles the length of the song. This is a 9-minute track.
It sure is. I love it.
It is 9 fucking minutes long. Poe. Gonna ask if you've ever heard of this group called Insane Clown Posse, where their Joker card albums tend to have fairly long tracks at the end.
Mm-hmm. Not familiar.
9 minutes. 9 minutes. Still too long.
Yeah, she has the song Wild, and then after that, she has a short DJ set based on the song Wild.
That really is basically what it is.
It's just, she just rolls with it. Lots of samples and stuff in there, and just just having a time. But yeah,
And yes,
This is a great
listeners,
song.
I am not like over exaggerating. This song is legitimately 9 minutes
It's
long.
precisely 9 minutes long.
Yeah. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm like fucking saying like just over exaggerating. No, it is. There is another I don't know if it's technically an outro or not.
Oh,
I don't know if it's one of the recordings.
there is, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, there's so the song itself is generally like her, retaliation to somebody holding her to a standard that they don't even attempt to uphold for themselves, more or less. And at the end, we have an outro with another one of her father's lectures and stuff talking about communication and how it's not just speech. He says communication is architecture because the house that you live in would not look much like the house. It wouldn't look like that if it wasn't trying to say something. Like we as humans look for form and function. We want both of those things in the stuff that we create and utilize. We like things to look nice and work well. We don't just want one or the other. So, that's it's a part of everything that we have. It is trying to, everything is trying to say something, even if it's just like a tool for a specific purpose. It still has something about it that is being communicated through its design, which is interesting. And it's also a whole lot about what, the whole thing is talking about, this album and also the book that it was made with. Anything else?
No, this is a great track.
All 9 minutes of it.
There's something about the chorus, like the lead into it. I fucking love like whenever the chorus actually hits.
The drop, it feels so
it's
good.
so good. It's so fucking good, man. I like it a lot. I do.
All right. Well, track 8, 5.5 minute hallway.
I live at the end of a 5.5 minute hallway, but as far as I can see, you are still miles from me in your doorway. And oh, by the way, when the landlord came today, he measured everything. I knew he'd get it wrong, but I just played along, 'cause I was hoping that would fix it all. But there's only so far I can go when you're living in a hallway that keeps growing. I think to myself, 5 more minutes and I'll be inside your door. But there's more.
So, the title of this song is referring to another House of Leaves thing, a video called The 5.5 Minute Hallway. And all it is, again, whenever I talk about videos in this, I am literally just talking about a book describing them. That people have actually made a video of what this is. So all it consists of is a door on the outside wall of a house. Well, so inside the house, but on a wall that leads to the outside, right? You understand what I mean?
Right.
So they open the door and you see a long hallway in it. They step over to the window next to this door and lean outside to show there's just a fucking wall there. There should not be a hallway there because there's no house there for a hallway to exist in. And that's where the name comes from. And they also make references to, she says, when the landlord came today, he measured everything. I knew he'd get it wrong, but I just played along because I was hoping that would fix it all. while they're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with this house, right? He calls over somebody to do, measurements on the inside and outside of the house to fix this strange discrepancy that he's finding of like a 1/4 inch that just is not accounted for on all of their measurements. And they're doing fucking fancy laser measurement shit while his wife and her friend are building a wall-to-wall bookshelf in one room. And they go through, they measure the whole goddamn thing, and they finally come out with a correct measurement between the two, between the outside measurement and the inside measurement. They're like, thank God, it was just some weird shit in our head. And then on this wall-to-wall bookshelf, somebody taps one of the books and they all domino their way over. And on this, again, wall-to-wall bookshelf, one falls off the other side. That shouldn't be there. And it's a really cool moment in it. But yeah, that's the sort of referential stuff in it that also has a lot to do with the stuff going on in it and all that. Talking about feeling very distant from a person. It's a very strong theme that's hit on, and it just works, and you can say it so many fucking different ways.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have anything for this song.
That's fair.
And maybe it's because of it being so closely tied to the book. I was not able to just pull anything out of this just based on my listens. I did make the note of Trippy Wah Wah, which I think is towards the end.
Yeah, it does wah out in a strange fade. Or like flanges or something. I can't remember what they do with that.
Right. So I'm sorry that I don't have more to add on this, but this was one that, unfortunately, even with my listens, even with Genius up here, I was just I couldn't pull anything more to sound very cool.
I sang this once and I sang a verse and a chorus of it and put it up on Twitter a long time ago.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
time to go and search that shit up.
It's somewhere. Maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, no, I love this song. It's one of my faves on this. And it's another one where I feel like, in general, I feel like her drops into choruses are just fucking great. Mm-hmm. It's just good explosion of energy into them and stuff. It feels fucking cool.
Yeah, she know how to make a music.
She do.
She do.
So yeah, moving on. Track 9, Not a Virgin.
I'm not a virgin anymore. I just thought you should know. Darling, I've been around. Yeah, I've been up and down your block. In fact, I have been all over town. Down by the lake and underneath the table in my living room. Outside by the blue, blue moon. You can call me what you will. Call me a slut, call me a jaded pill. Darling, I got your number now. I'm not a virgin anymore. Oh, I've been taken. I've been hung up, I get down and started over again. I've been open, and I've been closed like a book and burned out like a written sin. I just thought you should know, my darling, before we begin. I'm not a virgin anymore. Just thought you should know. Before you let
I'm gonna wait for you.
Sorry. Okay, you're good. Sorry.
No, I'm waiting for you. Go.
Oh.
This is you. This is you.
All caps. Owning it. This actually, okay, so for 2000, this is kind of ahead of its time.
I suppose.
This is not typically a song that I feel like would have been made around this time. You know, with the exception of like Alanis.
Yeah.
I feel like this kind of just owning of a woman's sexuality and her exploits is not something that we really heard way back then. way back. This is 22 years. Fuck, 22 years ago. Holy shit. And I feel like it's something that's just much more prevalent probably within the last couple years.
For sure. And it's still super controversial whenever somebody does it in an over-the-top fashion in a similar way that male artists would never be bothered by.
Exactly. And like, not to say that this was a song that was this wasn't pushed for, for radio play or anything like that. Right. So, but whenever you have artists these days, I'm just trying to pull anything out of my fucking ass.
WAP. We're talking about WAP.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about that.
That's
but
what
yeah,
I was talking about.
Sure. No, that's who sings that?
That's Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion.
That's Cardi B. Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, whenever we have women who are making songs like that, there's so much backlash these days from it. It's not new, but those are obviously, again, songs that were sent out for, radio play. This was not.
Right.
But this is not a song. Part of it is almost like, on one half, it's almost like, oh, she had sex once and now it's just like a fucking waterfall of like everything. It's like, oh, you did a sex once and now you just went gung-ho on all this.
Violent J after smoking weed.
What else is there to say?
Plenty.
But yeah, I do think that this is a great track. There is one section that is annotated that's pretty cool, actually. I did like it. Towards the end where it says, Daisy Chains and Mary Jane's fairy tales cannot fool me now. And I was actually very surprised by this because I didn't know what some of this was.
Yeah.
This is a double meaning. Daisy Chains, Mary Janes, and happy endings are childlike things, a craft, a shoe style, and a story trope, respectively. But they're also slang for sex and drugs. Multi-person oral sex, marijuana, and hand jobs. I'm sorry, what?
I mean, a happy ending, we all know that one.
I know that. But
I don't know if some of it, I'm not sure how much of it she was intending on that.
All of which are fairly common introductory versions of drugs and kink. In the case of oral and manual sex, neither are considered a loss of virginity in most cases. She's saying that you have to bring more than the normal to actually get her attention now because she's put, quote, childlike things behind her.
Yeah. So here's the thing about this, though, is that, okay, so first off, I love the fucking guitar work on this, like, throughout. It's
very good.
Sick. There's a cool fucking solo in it. I love it. But this track, right, is not, like, straightforwardly about the title. Like, this is about a person who has been figuratively screwed enough to recognize, a shitty person when she sees one. Like, she's talking about not being naive anymore, That's why, like, in the second verse of it, she says, what is it? Before you let another lie get through your crooked little teeth, I don't think you want to start that shit with me. She's basically, and what is it? Careful what it is you say, because I can see right through you on a cloudy day. Like, being able to recognize, the liars and cheats and stuff that she's run into before. Like, she's saying, I've been through this already. I can fucking recognize what's happening here.
See, and this is where I really suck, because I only look at things at face value, apparently.
There's a lot of double meanings in it, She's
double entendres there.
Yeah, she's talking about a lot of shit here. But, yeah. Even at face value, it's still just a great song.
It is just it's a fucking great song. Yeah. Nope, this one's cool. I dig it a lot.
Hell yeah. All right. Track 10. Here we go. It's Hey Pretty.
Well, it's 3 a.m.
track. Was another radio single.
The first one and only.
But she had a hard time getting this on the radio. Because at the time, alternative stations were basically saying, like, no, we're not looking for women artists right now. And so she was like, fuck it, I have a brother. And had him do readings from sections of House of Leaves that are this song is very evocative of for another version that she then sent out to radio stations that got played, that people loved. And it's a bonus track on this at the very end of it. We'll get to that when we get to it, but it is just the same track with the chorus.
So this song right here was not the one put on the radio.
It may have been after that, whenever like demand got hit from it. I don't know if she just did it locally initially with the Drive-By 2000 version. But 2001, sorry. I don't know if she initially sent that one out to like local, and then whenever that picked up and people were asking for it, she was able to get this one on. But yeah, no, that was a problem that she had that she solved through use of her brother.
Yeah, again, with the exception of, so in 2000, what were some of the big female artists that were
not
doing
good with
alternative music? What's that?
I'm not good with time, so I couldn't tell you.
Like, I really don't know as far, like, when I just think of female artists popular at the time, I'm just thinking of pop artists.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like alternative rock and things like that.
Evanescence. Did they even drop
I think it's still
yet?
a bit early. Evanescence wasn't until like 03.
Shit, yeah.
03 or when did Daredevil come out? Because Bring Me to Life and
yeah.
My Immortal are on that soundtrack. I think it was 03. So yeah, that's early for Evanescence.
Right.
I don't
early
know.
for Flyleaf. It's early for everybody.
Yeah. So see, this is what's unfortunate when you have an artist who is, I don't want to say necessarily breaking new ground because she released something 5 years prior, but
right.
Just for it being, oh, this isn't what we're looking for right now. Okay, but if it's good, fucking play it.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate to say it, but like, I understand this is the main single. I think this has a fucking great hook.
Yep.
I really do. I love it.
It was used in car commercials later.
But I don't pull much from the verses.
Yeah.
I wish that I could get more. And I have a feeling that it probably is another issue of it being more referenced within
it's a very nebulous thing in general. Kind of by my reading of it, it feels like she's kind of like evoking this image of like a wild child persona of a person that's clearly like has a lot of underlying issues that they're, you know, ignoring in favor of living fast and all that stuff.
Yeah. I think it's musically it's
looking
a cool song.
for a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think musically this is a really cool song.
Yeah.
Again, she can write a fucking hook.
She can.
Like that is not that's not an issue at all. Just I don't want to say that like I agree with the record labels that are like, we're not trying to play this. Because again, the verses are just kind of mid for me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to really.
It wouldn't. I don't think they would. That would have stopped them from getting played though.
No, and that's the thing. But like, I guess we'll wait until we get to the other the alternate version.
Sure.
And go into more detail on that. But yeah, that's all I have for Hey Pretty.
Alrighty, we're moving on to track 11, Dear Johnny. This is another interstitial track that leads into the next one. And more book-related things most. A lot of the interstitials are very book-related. sort of. And this will lead right into track 12, Could Have Gone Mad.
I got a proposition for you. There's a room available inside of my heart, and I hope it will be taken by you. You can bring whatever you wanna bring, baby, each and every one of your friends. And if you want a dog or a big bullfrog, hell, I got room for them. 'Cause I'm so glad you finally decided to come. Another day and I could have gone mad. Another day and it might have gotten bad. Another day and I might have betrayed every scruple
For this, to me, it sounds like she is allowing someone back in her life, whether that's out of love or desperation of loneliness. It's kind of not set from what I was getting, because I can't tell if the person that she's talking to is someone that she has had a relationship with in the past, and whether that went bad and she was like, okay, we can maybe try this again, or it's, I really just don't want to be alone because things are going to be bad if something doesn't change for me. That's my big take.
Yeah, it's got a big, like, way over the top obsessive love song vibe to it. Like, she's Urkel here.
Please explain.
Urkel. Steve Urkel?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, that's for all the youngins out there, with all their new sitcoms nowadays and all that stuff.
With their Bel Air.
Yeah. Any of the young people out there watching Family Matters nowadays, y'all know that was Family Matters, right?
Yeah, it was Family Matters.
Okay.
Jeez.
But no, I mean, it has that kind of vibe to it of, like, you know, a person who you're just kind of like waiting for them to finally come around, and it's like, this is unhealthy because you're definitely leaning way too hard into this person. You definitely need to be able to stand on your own, but whoops. There's a
and let's be real here. Mm-hmm. For anybody who hasn't, like, had that kind of emotion,
been
or
down
like
bad,
desperate, like, desire
crushing
for
hard
for a specific person, if you've never had that, I'm fucking jealous of you.
It's
because it is not
rough,
a
man.
fun feeling.
No.
I won't lie. I had that fairly recently in my life, and I had to come to terms with myself and realize, like, okay, this clearly is not something that is going to happen, fucking just let it go. And I've only like very recently just come to terms with that. Yeah. It's not a good like feeling whenever you're just like, man, this one person, everything about them, you know,
right,
rainbow shines out their butt. They're the greatest thing ever. And if you like, if that's not reciprocated on your end, that's bad.
Right.
That's very, very bad.
And like that person isn't responsible for how you feel about them.
No.
And it's rough. It certainly is a time. There's a cut-in of one of the tapes again, where it's her father saying he experienced her madness and he rejected the whole experience. Whoever he's talking about. Which is such a great, like, it's a really good cut-in in that she has very good timing with a lot of those. Like, they're very well put to good use. But yeah, you know, I feel like if every 80s band in the world was allowed to have their stuff, Poe can have this in 2000. If I know Every Breath You Take is written satirically, but there were so many songs that were just that, but in earnest, that I think Poe is allowed. This actually is a lot like Imogen Heap has a song called Good Night and Go, and it's literally like her take on that. Like she's open about the fact that the person in this song is fucking stalking somebody. And it's so good. Because it's written in like, you know, this poppy love song fashion and stuff, but it's like, no, not good. I love songs like this, honestly. They're so much fun. Like, they are obviously about something serious, but they're very tongue-in-cheek about it in a lot of ways. Also, I would hope that anybody that I end up with has room for a big bullfrog. Frogs are wonderful. I love frogs.
Oh, yeah.
And but they don't take up that much space, honestly. It's a frog.
I mean, have you seen some bullfrogs? They're fucking big.
They can get big, yeah.
They some big boys. Like, I've seen some bigger than some dogs. So.
You can have a free-range bullfrog. It doesn't have to be in an aquarium. It can roam the house. It'll be fine.
It can't roam the house. You gotta have like
I'll have humidifiers.
You need a moat. Just around the entire thing.
There it is. I'll build like a swamp room for my
There
bullfrog.
you go.
Yeah.
That makes me think that
in her
we're
heart,
off topic.
where she has the room for it.
We're off topic. I can't help it, but it reminds me of the first time. God, this was like about 10 years ago, maybe even probably longer than that. Actually, I think it was in high school. When we went to one of the reptile expos in the city. And came home with a 4-foot alligator. And my mom was not home at the time, and we let it into the living room.
Oh my God.
To test its temperament.
Why would you do that?
We each had a broom and kind of just like poked at him just to see how like angry he'd get. He was fine. And then my mom came home and she was not.
I could imagine. No.
I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
But there was no water in that room, so obviously he was not chill.
Yeah, no.
So if you're going to release a reptile or amphibious creature that needs water into your home, give it water.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a big bullfrog. They must have water.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. There's no such thing as off topic if you can draw a line from what you're talking about back to this. Reptiles to frogs to could have gone mad.
Exactly.
And then Dear Johnny, it's, again, like I said, sort of book-related stuff. The character who finds this book and is writing the notes in the margins of it is named Johnny Truant. He is an unreliable narrator. You can't really be sure of what he's talking about is true or not, because he's kind of not sure about it himself. He's got a lot of problems that he's working through, that this book is not helping as he's reading it, because he's just like, what the fuck? And yeah. That's that stuff. That's stuff for listeners to go and look into on their own. Go read House of Leaves or something. I've heard it's very good, and the stuff that I've read has been very good in it. It's just a bitch to get through. Also,
just throw that out to your book club.
I did.
Oh, did you?
It's on the list if we feel like it, but again, it would be a pain in the ass to get through. It would be easier with the book club.
If it ever happens,
yes,
then we need a follow up.
Oh, I thought you were going to say if it ever happens, you would join the book club and follow along with it. No,
I can't even read the fucking books that I have that I want to read.
That's why I started a book club, to make me do it. So, that's Could Have Gone Mad.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to track 13, Lemon Meringue.
I call this song Lemon Meringue. That was a bad joke, eh? But listen, this will be a good song.
Hold on, you gotta wait just a minute. See the cookie jar, got my hand caught in it. Just let me try to explain. I've been a good girl, but I hit a limit. I know there's not a lot of logic in it, but my life's been feeling to me like lemon. Sometimes it tastes so bitter. I gotta make it sweeter. Stop right there before I get bitter. It's got to be a better way.
When life gives you lemons.
I like the specific angle that this takes on that concept, where it, like, the impression that I get is that she's turning this into well, lemon meringue, but you know, she's making a good situation out of it, but in kind of an unscrupulous manner. Like, she's saying, look, life's been a bit of a bitch lately. I feel like I deserve to break the rules a little bit now. And it's like, you know what? Fuck it. You know? When things are going bad, let me get away with a thing or two. Why not? Fuck it.
She did, apparently.
Yeah. Well, no, she was caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
Oh. Yeah.
Now she's got to explain, like, look, it's been a rough day. I just need this cookie, please. Let me have it. Can I have it? What do you got?
Clearly, she's not allowed to.
No. I don't know what the joke at the beginning is, by the way. I don't know what he means by that was a bad joke.
Oh. You know what? The sad thing, there was probably another part to the.
It probably is
to the recording.
Yeah.
But maybe it would have been a little too much to put in.
Maybe. Or maybe there is a joke in there and I just don't understand.
No fucking clue. None whatsoever.
It
I
is
don't
a
have
good
anything.
Song, though. He was correct.
Yeah, I don't have anything on like context, like lyrically or anything.
Sure.
For it, but it's a very it's a nice easygoing song, which is honestly kind of welcome at this point in the album. We've had a lot of this has been very in your face.
Yeah.
For the most part. This is less so. This is more easygoing, and I welcome that every now and then.
Yeah.
So you know what, Poe? Good job for your sequencing.
It still holds that same kind of vibe to it, but it's definitely more upbeat feeling. I mean, Could Have Gone Mad still is too. Like they both have like that kind of fun feeling to them.
No, they do, but like
this one's
Could Have Gone
way
Mad
more
is
bubbly.
definitely yeah, exactly. Could Have Gone Mad is more of it's a little more aggressive.
Yeah, it's joyful
So,
rocking. We're having a good time hard rocking.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yeah.
This is a solid track.
Yeah, she talks about like in the second verse she mentions like finding a lover, and then like that person, she builds up this image of them in her head, and then they fucking disappear on her, and she's like, oh, fuck. That's the bitter part. The sweeter part is whatever she does. Whatever she chooses to do after that, regardless of its morality. Because she's earned it. All right, anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, moving on. Track 14, Spanish Doll, which we heard a tiny, tiny bit of in Terrified Heart. There's like a small cut of the intro to this. It's just there. So, Spanish Doll.
This place feels so unfamiliar, yet I know it well. I think I used to belong here, but the only way I can tell is that I miss you still. And I cannot find you here. You left me tattered and torn, just like that sweet Spanish doll. Sweet Spanish doll. I went down to the alleyway.
This track doesn't have a hook so much as it has like a tag at the end of verses there. Yeah, I like that. I like that method of writing.
Yeah, it's definitely not very common. And yet it makes sense in this album.
It's very like the Beatles, I Want to Hold Your Hand. They just have every line, I want to hold your hand.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm under the impression, was this also okay? Yes, the Spanish Doll was also something that's brought up within the book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is reference to Pelafina's letter to Johnny in House of Leaves, where she brings up a Spanish doll multiple times.
Oh, okay, whatever.
And because of that, I really didn't get, again, without the actual context of having read the book.
Well, let me help you out, Mike.
But I'll let you explain more in that. But musically, something that I've noticed, there are certain instruments that as soon as I hear them in a song, there's my attention. Like I fucking will be drawn to that. Nylon strings. Fucking yes.
That rules. Such a nice tone to them.
Oh yes. And that's the thing is sometimes like the only thing that sucks for anybody who's never picked up a guitar. I have. I tried to play guitar for a while and I've
never touched
get
one.
it.
Never even looked at
No,
one.
not at all. No. Nylon strings don't sustain a note as long as metal strings typically. But that initial pluck sounds so fucking nice.
It does.
They're also really great to play if you don't want to use a pick.
Yep. And also if you
hurt
just
as
don't
much.
want to, don't want to hurt your fingers, even fretting, they feel nice.
Yes. But I mean, you tend to hear nylon strings in a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, but it's kind of a stereotypical sound for a lot of Spanish music, which this is kind of going for.
It is.
And yeah, it is a sound that I absolutely love. And when it's something that I hear in a song, I'm already like, okay, you've definitely got my attention at the out the gate. What else do I get out of this? Lyrically, again, I was having trouble with it, and I know you're going to go into.
I will.
Into
you'll get this. You will get this almost immediately whenever I explain. You will
Okay.
understand fully.
Okay, and that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
But like I said, musically, fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Love it. Love it. Floor's yours.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a situation here that I feel like most people will have had this in their lives. Have you ever gone to like events or something with a specific person? You always go there with that person, right? And maybe you've met some of the people there that they hang out with regularly on all that stuff, and then like you're kind of acquainted with a lot of them, but you're not like super close with them, as close as the friend that you went with, right?
Right.
And then let's say that friend is like out of town or something once, but you're still going to go to this event because it's just a weekly thing that you do. And you go there with these people who you're nowhere near as well acquainted with, and you feel really fucking weird and out of place, even though you're there every single week, because you're missing the person that connected you there initially. You don't feel right.
No, doesn't resonate with me.
Of course.
Not at all.
That's kind of the vibe that these lyrics evoke for me, is being in a place where you felt like you belonged there when you were with a certain person, but without them, you're feeling just like you don't get it anymore. There's something that you just don't feel the proper connection that you used to anymore, because the person that connected you to it is gone now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense now. Holy fuck.
I got you, buddy.
And not that I will not say that I disliked this song, but getting that explanation, I like it more now. Fuck. God damn.
I would like somebody who knows some amount of Spanish to go through and just translate. Go onto Genius and translate all of the fucking Spanish lines that they have in between her verses and stuff.
Yeah, I was going
to probably do it, but with
I was
Google,
going to go on Translate and just do it, and I didn't.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody's done it on themselves.
Although,
but I mean, everybody's
to be completely
too busy
honest,
pointing out references to a book.
Okay, so real quick, I am looking though, but when she says, okay, so the first line, a memory gilded in red and gold, and it says de oro. Oro is gold.
Oh, is it? Oh.
So I'm curious if the final words, if it's literally just
echoing, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Wait, is oro? Yeah, oro is gold.
That was I.
That's ojo.
Oh, okay.
OJO. I think, motherfucker, am I about to look this shit up?
I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. We don't need it. It's all good. Someone else can take care of it.
We do. We know. We need to know. And it's very, very close. De oro. Of gold. Boom.
Okay.
There we go. We know that much. Fuck it. Let's just keep going. Cuidame. Take care of me.
Oh, that's not a thing. I don't know.
Beauty guarded and never sold. Okay. Recuérdame. Remember me.
Ooh.
Okay. And está conmigo is with me.
Very
Wow.
Memento stuff.
Yeah.
Like the movie Memento, 2001, inspired by the set. No. You ever see Memento?
Okay. No, I have not.
It's pretty good. Anyway, nothing else on this?
Nope, nothing else.
All right. Track 15, House of Leaves. well, since I tried to click it and it didn't go, I am going to take this time to mention, since I forgot about it, that this is another track that has like kind of like an outro that rides out on a beat with a lot of, stuff cut into it and all that, and it's really cool. I like that. I like when she does that. Now track 15, House of Leaves.
Well, now after all that thinking, wouldn't it be fine if we could take a little trip?
This is another recording heavy track.
I know a game we all like to play.
And this one's kind
Inside
of like
La Casa, the house.
her stumbling on more recordings from like happy memories to a degree, as creepy as it's, as the overall sound of it is meant to be. It's kind of a breakthrough turning point to the last couple tracks that we're going to be hearing. Very spooky guitar.
Yeah. This just the atmosphere of it. that fucked me up every fucking time. Motherfucker.
I made Mike listen to a horror album.
Yeah.
Finally, on this show where we talk about horrorcore every week, something scary. This is going to lead into track number 16, Amazed.
Hello? Mom?
It's amazing to me. I can't seem to say what I'm doing here. My tongue is all twisted around the air. I'm looking for words that were so well rehearsed, but I can't find them anywhere. With you, there's no easy answer, it's true. You changed the equation I add up to, and all of the things that I thought I knew. You turn it around, I'm amazed. When push comes to shove, what I'd give to you, everything, I'm amazed. The hallways I wouldn't mind crawling through, and I'd do it for days and for days. I'm amazed, I'm amazed, I'm amazed, I'm amazed. Places you're taking me to.
All right, so I hate to say this because this isn't necessarily a knock on the song. It might honestly just be the positioning. I was unfortunately blanking at this point because the song is long.
It is.
This track is 6 minutes and 24 seconds long. And at this stage of the record, that is a bit tiring. Again,
This is one I didn't listen to a lot whenever I would listen to this album either.
really,
Yeah.
Blues Traveler said it best. The hook brings me back. Because this is a fucking great hook.
Oh, Mike, this is...
This entire record is filled with amazing hooks.
This hook is in the style of... it's a 6/8 butt rock hook. This is made for you. Like, it's not, but it's in that style. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you mean.
This is like a chilled out By the Way.
By Theory of a Dead Man, for those who don't know. You motherfucker.
What? Just saying.
Yeah. Again, the running thing for me with this album is it sounds fucking great. But I was not able at this stage to focus on the lyrics. And even with like when I was doing my notes, I have Genius up here, and I was looking through all of that. I just couldn't. I couldn't pull more.
That's
and everyone, I'm very sorry whenever I say that I couldn't pull more, and I've said it more than once here. I promise you guys, I did the listens, and I tried my fucking hardest.
It's all good.
I just suck at analyzing. I'm very bad at the analyzing part in Juggalo Judgment.
You know, if you give me something on just how the music sounds and stuff, I'm happy. You know, if we have a good time chatting about all that, it'll be great.
The next album we cover, I'm gonna be like, I listened to this. I don't got no fucking words. Shmeev, you're carrying all this motherfucker.
Here we go.
But oh shit. But no, like I said, it's a good song. It's very fucking long, and at this level, at this stage of the record, where we're only a couple tracks from the end, that's very, very hard.
Yeah.
For me to keep my attention. I hate to say that, but it's got such a fucking good hook.
That's fine. Well,
Please.
This one kind of comes into the point of like finding a through line in this exploration that she's been doing of all of this material, that finding a connection through all of the difficulties that she has in her relationship with her father, and finding peace in the memories and feelings that she's been left with, because it's really all you can do at that point. When somebody dies, there's not a whole lot you can do to make peace with them beyond making peace with yourself, because that's it. There's, you can't talk things out with them. You can only work through the memories that you have. And this one's kind of feeling like the point where she's finally broken through a lot of the issues that she was having, and has found like the connection to like the good times that were there, but behind all of this other stuff, which will be expounded upon in the next track, number 17, If You Were Here.
What is it, Danny?
I miss you. If you were here, I know that you would truly be amazed at what's become of what you made. If you were here, you would know how I treasured every day, how every single word you spoke echoes in me like a memory of hope. When you were here, you could not feel the value that I placed on every look that crossed your face. When you were here, I did not know just how I had embraced all that you hid behind your face. Could not hide from me, 'cause it hid in me too.
So yeah, like I said, this is expounding upon what I brought up in the prior song, of like recognizing the kind of like admiration that she had for somebody that she also had difficult times with, and recognizing the parts of them that also make up her as a person now, because you're influenced by people, even the people who harmed you at some point in your life.
Yeah. This is the song to play if you want to rip out my goddamn heartstrings. Cause holy shit, just it's a very heavy song. And ultimately what we get at the end is She seems to have been able to resolve her feelings. Obviously, this is between her and her father. And finally coming to terms with, I guess, where they were before his passing and ultimately how she's able to handle his death. And be able to let go, which is a very difficult thing.
Yeah.
When you harbor very difficult emotions with somebody who was important to you, whether that's a family member, a friend, something like that. When there is something that puts a strain on that relationship, and then ultimately you have to come to terms with that, it can be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And it seems like the making of this album as a whole, I would not be surprised if this is the final track that she made for this album.
Oh, it is. Yeah. This is the end of the album.
Well, I understand that it's the end of the album.
It's the end of the album.
Right. But what I'm saying is that doesn't necessarily mean that it was the last song made.
I understand what you mean.
I think that this was the last one made because I think that this album was very cathartic. And she finally gets to accept how she feels.
Yeah.
And is able to kind of let go of whether that's resentment or anything that she has. And it's almost like the very end. The final line is, "It's okay, you can go now."
Yeah.
It's almost said. It's not her saying it. It's like a child version of her.
Yeah.
And it's almost said with relief, which is very, it's very telling.
Yeah.
Like
she describes, her time working on this album as though she had sort of like conjured a ghost of her father that she was being haunted by, and that's kind of, the end, saying like, "I'll be okay. You can go. It's fine." And yeah, it's a really strong ending, I think.
It is
for the album. And yeah, that's the one. The only thing left is the bonus track, which is the Hey Pretty 2000 Drive-By 2001 version of it, which is just Hey Pretty with readings from House of Leaves by Mark Danielewski. I'll play a little bit of it. Why not?
I feel like we should still hear a bit.
Yeah,
of it.
we can talk over it too, because why not? Like I said, this method was successful in getting this on the radio.
In the parking lot, we slipped into our bucket seats. Curie took over from there. At nearly 90 miles per hour, she zipped us up to that windy edge known to some as Mulholland, a sinuous road running the ridge of the Santa Monica Mountains, where she then proceeded to pump her vehicle in and out of turns, sometimes dropping down to 50 miles per hour, only to immediately gun it back up to 90 again. Fast, slow, fast, fast, slow. Sometimes a wide turn, sometimes a quick one. She preferred the tighter ones, the sharp, controlled jerk, swinging left to right before driving back to the right, only so she could do it all over again, until after enough speed and enough wind and more distance than I'd been prepared to expect, taking me to parts of the city I rarely think of and never visit, I heard her say,
Hey pretty, don't you wanna take a ride with me through my world? Hey pretty, don't you wanna kick and slide through my world? Do you get the gist?
So yeah.
So, okay, this is actually very interesting, and I just thought about this. So this is maybe I'm trying to read too much, but at the very end of that hook, she says, "Do you get the gist of the song now?"
That is cut through
which is
in
a line,
several songs, yes.
Which is a line that was mostly notable in "Not a Virgin."
Yeah.
However, if what you say is true, where radio stations didn't want to pick up the original version, so she had this one made and sent it forward. she added that line to be very like.
It's much more prominent in this version because it's in the original "Hey Pretty," not there though. It might be there, but it's covered up by the beginning of her verse. But she has it in the bridge part where it has that slowed down lounge sound.
Okay. I totally missed that. But
yeah,
that just makes it
it's in
seem
a much
like
more prominent location here.
that makes it seem like it's kind of a fuck you to the radio the radio stations for not grabbing the original. So here's the sad thing.
This was the third single, and it reached 13 on modern rock charts. On the modern rock chart.
Oh, okay. I actually prefer this version.
Oh yeah?
Yes, right. I actually do. In a weird way, it reminds me of the song "Fire Coming Out of the Monkey's Head" by Gorillaz.
Oh god, I forgot about that song. That's a good track.
It's a fucking great song, but it is a spoken word track.
It is
with only some actual like singing.
Yeah.
And that's what the song is. And it's very weird because normally I'd be like, this is fucking weird. But no, it works for this track. It sounds very, very cool. And yeah, not necessarily saying that I disliked the original. Yeah. But I said earlier, I was having trouble really just grasping what the verses were doing. And so this being spoken word sections with the hook, I'm like, you know what? This works for me. So yeah, I really like this version of the track, which I believe this was actual sections of the book.
It is, yeah. This is readings from House of Leaves.
Okay.
And like I said, I feel like if you listen to this and pay attention to what he's, the images that he is describing here and all that stuff, and then carry that over to the original song, you can kind of map the vibe of the character that she's embodying in the original song and in the verses in that, in a sense. Which in this case is, I believe, like a stripper that this guy knows and hangs out with, and she's kind of... She's got her thing going on, like drive fast, sports car, dangerous. that thing. But... that's haunted by Poe.
That is haunted by Poe.
That's all 18 tracks of it. All however long it is. I can't read.
It's about 68 minutes, I believe.
68 minutes.
68 and change. So,
Mike, what do you think?
I actually did myself some justice and wrote out my full final thoughts.
Oh shit.
This is not off the top of the dome.
Let's go.
You know what? I wanted to do Schmeeberger in Paradise justice.
I'm glad.
And okay. So overall, I really do enjoy this album. For something released in 2000, it hits so many beats that I would expect a modern day indie artist to create, and sonically sounds incredible. Production's amazing and blends genres, but feels natural, not forced. My only complaints are that some of the songs are long, regardless of whether they include recordings or not. Most songs are longer than 4 minutes, with a third of them around the 5-minute mark or higher. And the only other complaint is that because this is complementary to the book House of Leaves, listening to the album alone can leave some confusion. With lines that are directly referencing the story, it forces the listener to look into that book for explanation. Or maybe I'm just stupid and I suck at looking at things at face value. This album was honestly a fucking joy to listen to. While I don't love every track, I would have no problem putting this on. Like, I legitimately am going to look for a copy of this myself.
Hell yeah.
'Cause this is a fucking incredible album, and I'm so glad that you suggested it.
Yeah. I'll say, with the references to House of Leaves and stuff, this is a bit less difficult to draw meaning from than something like, say, Coheed and Cambria, where they just plug odd bits of dialogue from Claudio's weird little comics that he drew like with little to no context whatsoever that make they make no sense out of context and maybe the tiniest amount even in context, and he just kind of plugs them into songs and stuff, but it sounds awesome and we let it go and we're like, Claudia, you're beautiful, you rock, hell yeah, you play the hell out of that guitar while you sing. So I think this one comes out a bit clearer than that, but at the same time, yeah, I can see like a lot of the difficulties and stuff coming through with some of it, because there are even things where I'm like, I don't understand the reference. I can only understand it in the context of what this song is and what Poe is trying to say here. But yeah, I am glad you liked it. I was thinking you would. I was hoping you would. And yeah, I'm also glad that I suggested this.
This for it, within the context of our Schmeeburger in Paradise albums.
Yes.
This isn't number 1, but it is high up there.
Hell yeah.
It is very high up there. Yeah, this album's fucking cool.
If you were to take,
I guess
say,
in a way this is.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, this is kind of a concept record.
It is, in a sense. Yeah.
Which can definitely be like that can work against it.
But I'm 3 for 3
on your concept records.
Yeah.
You are. You win.
So if you were to take, say, like 3 songs on this album that you really, really liked, what would they be?
Okay, so I am going with Haunted, Wild, and
this is also where I will have a hard time.
See, I had 4 songs marked, and I'm trying to. I'm actually, while we were doing this, I almost had a 5th one marked too.
Oh God!
I think I'm gonna go, motherfucker.
See,
okay, I'll say my 3rd, but I will give the runners up.
Hang on a second. See, this is why sometimes whenever we're doing albums and stuff, I'll sit there and I'll look at something and I'll do something like this where I'm like,
yeah,
well, there's Haunted.
There's
also Wild.
There's Wild.
And there's also Haunted.
But then there's also Wild.
And Wild, though. Wild was really good.
So I think I'm gonna go with Walk the Walk.
Okay.
But the other 2 that I considered were Not a Virgin and Could Have Gone Mad.
Right on.
Hey Pretty was also kind of up there. The Drive By 2001 mix, but it didn't quite feel right for me to put it in there. But yeah, those are my main ones that I was like, these are the fucking hits for me.
Nice.
And I do really want to hear the shortened version of Wild, because I don't think it's available to stream. I still think the only version you can hear is the 9-minute version.
Right.
But the edited version is 4 minutes and 16 seconds, I think it said it was. So I'm curious, like,
how they cut it.
How they cut it. Whenever I was listening, and I'm like, okay, it sounds like 4:45 is probably where it stops. But anyways, those are mine.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of, Hey Pretty is actually the one song that I mentioned before that I have done at karaoke before. Once.
Oh.
One time.
I genuinely don't remember that.
It was the only Poe song that they had. I think it was either that or maybe they had, I think, like Angry Johnny or something from Hello, but I didn't know it, so.
Oh, okay.
I would go with Haunted. I would also go with Wild. It is a great fucking track. And I think I actually will go with Could Have Gone Mad. I really like that song a lot. But there's a lot of other songs that I like a whole lot. Terrible Thought is fucking great. The album, it's a good album. If you were to drop one, Mike, what do you got for me?
I think, see, this one was little bit hard.
Besides interstitials, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with the interstitials.
And also, I'm going to take out like one of the Hey Pretty. You can't drop one Hey Pretty and keep the other. You know, obviously. They're a package deal.
I think the one that I was pretty set on was 5.5 Minute Hallway.
Oh, okay.
Just because that one was just a bit off for me. Most of the other ones I liked, and while I did complain about Amazed for being long, I still think it's a good song, and the chorus on that was great. So I had more good to say about that one than I did with 5.5 Minute Hallway. So that's the track that's got to go for me.
Interestingly enough, I probably would actually drop the Hey Pretties if I was going to do that. I really love the rest of this album. And I do like Hey Pretty. It's just like, it's not one that I go to regularly for a listen. Like, if I want to listen to something off of this, it's probably just going to be Haunted. And, you know,
It's a great fucking track.
That. Yeah. But Hey Pretty, I don't listen to as much if I'm just going to go snag a random. I don't listen to Amazed much either, or If You Were Here. Like, Spanish Doll is usually where I cut out on this album.
That's fair.
But I really like Amazed and If You Were Here still. Hey Pretty, I feel like I probably heard it a lot, is the thing.
Is Spanish Doll the last song that you're like, okay, good, or is Lemon Meringue the last one that you're like, okay, great?
Spanish Doll is I love Spanish Doll.
Okay.
I fucking love that song. It's so good.
Good. It's a good song.
Yeah. That's where I'd go with that. And we did it, Mike.
We did it.
That's Schmiefberger in Paradise, episode 1 of 2022.
Yeah,
that's episode 1
great.
of 2022 episodes of Schmiefberger in Paradise that we will be doing. You've contracted with. And I will sell that contract to Aaron. If you want to, listen to more of what we do, you can go back all the way to last April and listen to 4 other episodes of stuff that I made Mike listen to.
You can skip the third one.
You should listen to all of them.
You can skip that third one. Helping you guys out. I want to point out too, this is fucked up. This annoyed me today. I have been on I have been doing a personal project with uploading music onto my personal YouTube Music profile. It's just dealing with streaming shit. And there was on the main screen today, because I didn't download the songs that you sent. I listened to it right from YouTube Music.
Okay.
And for what was it? It was like on my home screen of like things you've listened to or whatever. Haunted was right up front because obviously it's the most recent thing I listened to. And then fucking Silo was like 2 away. And I'm like, I had not touched you since last year. You go the fuck away, you piece of shit. I was not happy about that.
You're so mad about it, but you liked songs on it.
The bug fuckers.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I think there was only one song where I was like, no, this song's fucking great. Everything else was like a begrudging, like, well, if I have to choose 3, it wasn't going to be the bug fucking.
Ladybug's a good song. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. If you want to listen to more of these, then there's those ones, and there's going to be one in 2 weeks from now on a different album that I'm looking forward to as well. But if you want to listen to whatever the fuck else we do on this show for the rest of the year, you can also find that, and you can find places to contact us about whatever the fuck else we do, or this. You can talk to me about this, because I'm always down to talk about this. And you can do that on our various social medias.
Yeah, like our Facebook.
Juggalo Judgment.
Our Twitter.
At Juggalo Judgment.
Our Instagram.
At Juggalo Judgment.
If you want to send a long fucking message and don't feel like doing the DMs, you can send us an email.
JuggaloJudgment@gmail.com.
If you would like to go and check out some of the episodes that have finally gotten uploaded onto YouTube, I think it's mostly just been the Patreon stuff.
Yeah, I haven't uploaded a single regular episode yet. I need to
well,
get to
we'll
that.
get there. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/Juggalo Judgment.
Look at your judgment.
I'm getting there. I have like 20 or so of them like rendered. I just didn't upload them yet because
it's okay. That's okay. It's a process, man. It happens in time,
sometimes just do things, and
If you would like to potentially potentially.
If you would like to pretentiously,
If you would like to support us monetarily, you could subscribe to our Patreon.
patreon.com/Juggalo Judgment.
If you would like to badmouth one of us directly and not the other, you just have a gripe with one particular person on this podcast,
You're
you can
looking
message
for
us individually.
Straight Edge Juggalo on Twitter.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I keep forgetting which one it actually is. At Mike Spawn, the SEJ on Twitter. At Straight Edge Juggalo on Instagram.
Exactly. Or you can bitch at this motherfucker who's making you listen to not Juggalo music for the month of April at Shmeev on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
If you wanted to bitch at both of us, like, more directly, where other people can see it,
yes,
you can
and
go
you
to
will
the
get
ICP with We Discord.
Yeah, fuck that Juggalo Judgment Discord.
It's going away. One of these days,
It
I'm
is.
just fucking,
Eventually, it's going away. And if you look in our episode descriptions, we have the link tree that has everywhere you can find us, and there is a direct link to the ICP with We Discord. Go ahead and join it. It's fucking great. Got some awesome people in there.
Wonderful people
We are
there.
in there all the time. I haven't been in there as much recently because I've been fucking stressed and busy with life. But we're all in there. We talk a lot.
Yeah.
If there's ever a time where more than like 2 hours goes by and nobody's messaged, I fear for everyone's life.
I also have been doing listens of albums in the Hangout chat, so people can come and hang out there, and I've been playing Yoshi's Island while I do it.
I was actually contemplating on doing that too. The last time I did it, I was doing my notes, I think, which isn't quite as fun to do notes and have myself streaming up. But I might do that as well. I might grab a fucking game that I really like playing. I'll play some fucking Sonic or something.
I'll be doing
and
it
do some
again,
listens.
this upcoming week for the next album that we're covering.
Right on. So that's it. That's pretty much everything.
It's all done and done.
Yeah.
But there's only one thing left to do.
What's
Finish your motherfucking beach beverages.
There's something comical to the idea that
I already finished mine.
So did
delicious.
I drank so much coffee.
Peace.
Peace out.
it's your world. Do with it what you want. No, that's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. Paradox. No, it's your world. No, it's your world. No, it's your world. No.
Scaring me.
I haven't done this for a minute. Shmeev, when you edit this, I'm just gonna say it now. This record fucking rocks, man. I don't love everything about it, but this was really enjoyable, and I really appreciate you having this be one of the ones that you wanted to cover for Shmeev Burger in Paradise. This is up there for me. This is up there with. Silo is still top forever and ever, but this is right after that. Higher than Black Materia and Proto-Metal, higher than Judas Priest.